Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are gonna be beginning the narration and character voice acting for the vignette side story Beyond Here. Or rather should I say for the collection of stories that are part of Beyond Here. Because yet again this is a vignette that is chock full of individual little stories. But before we begin, first and foremost, thank you very much for all the votes that came in the most recent YouTube community vote that I put up to vote for either this vignette story or for its very neighbor here on the very right, which is coincidence number one. Both of these that are being voted on were literally next to each other, so considering that Preluding Lights, which sits here on the right side, is gonna be our very last story that we're gonna be covering in this game from the old catalog, and then anything that we have left is just new stuff. And yeah, that's quite the coincidence. That's a double coincidence, by the way. So yeah, thank you very much for all the votes that came in. Much appreciated. Always interesting to see how those turn out. And I guess in the future I'm gonna have to find something else that I can put up for votes, considering that well, Preluding Lights is gonna be the last thing, and there's no point in voting on it, right? But anyway, that's coincidence number two. So number one, both are vignettes. Number two, both are sitting literally right next to each other. And number three is this. Vigillo. So for those of you who do not know, about 2 years ago, quite literally, not even joking at this point, I think it was literally 2 years ago at this point, when I started actually doing narrations here on the channel for Arknights, like narrations and voice acting and all that shebang. And Vigillo was the very first thing I did. And this is quite funny to me, that the very last story out of the old collection that we're gonna be doing is Preluding Lights, and it's sitting literally next to the very first thing I did. We came full circle, is all I'm trying to say. But anyway, let us go back to our topic for today, which is Beyond Here. So, like I said, this is a collection of individual little stories like we had before in certain other vignette stories, and for today's first episode we're gonna be covering the first three, so No Sequel, Boundless Wilds, and Fairytale Everlasting. Now, usually I always also ask here at the beginning, do you need to know anything before going into this? The simplest of answers is not really. The only thing I will say and like I said in the community post, rather, let's start with that. Like I said in the community post, this is one of those event stories that I've speed read when it released originally, and this has been years ago, so I really don't remember if there's any kind of spoilers outside of these three. For these three, I can tell you, no spoilers. The first story here with Hoshiguma is taking place after the episode 8 of the main story, so after Act 1. But they don't really spoil anything significant about the story outside of the very obvious things that get mentioned, which is Reunion leaving a mess behind in Lungmen, and the fact that Shen went away and is with Rhode Island essentially. So no big spoilers outside of that, and that is not really even a spoiler. Outside of that, considering that there is a story with Shen here, and like I said, I'm slowly now reading through everything as I'm also recording them, I don't remember if there's any kind of mention of anything specific again from the main story. If there is, like always, I will put a warning out before we begin a certain part, like I do, because I know that people are slowly going through like main story and stuff, and I don't wanna, you know, spoil certain moments. But yeah, anyway, outside of that, let's enjoy the first three stories. A vacation, a meeting with Rhode Island on the second one, and the third thing is, well, for those of you who do not know anything about Iris and her background, I'm gonna leave this to talk about itself and leave you with a question mark probably above your head. Anyway, let's begin with our very first one, which is No Sequel. Fold the blankets into Dogan, and that'll do. Wallet, keys, jacket. I'll leave the comms gear. Shield, leave that too. You rest it easy for today, partner. I'll kick these for shoes. Nope, don't feel it. Maybe this limited edition pair? Ah, these feel pretty right? They match my outfit today. Let's go with the first ones after all. Meanwhile, Swire rolling her eyes. Missy, perfect timing. Which pair do you think looks best? Don't ask. Every part of you looks awful to me right now. What's wrong? You're in a rotten mood. Special day today. You know I mean. Now, very quickly here. Looking this specific phrase up has been a hassle, so I kinda gave up. On that note, to whoever is watching this and maybe you either understand or actually speak Chinese, do leave me a comment please if you can, and tell me what this actually translates to, because this has, like I said, been a hassle to figure out what it actually is. Outside of the fact that, yes, it is a profanity. I mean, it is Swire after all. And also, how close was I at correctly pronouncing it? Would really be interested. Anyway. You were pounding on my door at dawn for this, so I could watch you count shoes. You've collected a billion pairs that all look basically the same to me. How are they the same? They're all different editions. The materials are all different. What am I doing telling you this? Our dorms are next to each other. We're like neighbors. We'll help each other out. Like I care about you. Let me make this clear to you. Today is my day off. It's 3 minutes to 6 right now, and if I sound this alarm, I can write you up for disturbing the peace. You want overtime? Fine, do it yourself. You're gonna lose your hair working 24/7, but don't try to take my locks too. Overtime nothing. Not often we get a day off, and the LGD doesn't pay much for overtime. They're pretty tight-pursed. I'm no workaholic like Shen either. And Missy, are you one to talk? Didn't you just come back from the LGD? I heard you opening and slamming the door. That one traveled. Piss off! I'm so done right now. Our plate's loaded. We've got the mess reunion left, we got business with that stinky old rat, and that Pokailung isn't even here when it matters. What doesn't need doing? You got promoted and they want you transferred? Transferred where? Are we just going to give the special inspection unit to someone else? I've had it up to here! Calm down, calm down. It's not like Mr. Wei hasn't thought it through. He's training you. For when the LGD is your responsibility. If you ask me, it's just a matter of time. You can do it. You don't need to tell me. Of course I know that already. But she was supposed to take over the LGD. She was groomed for it. Don't you go crying again. I was crying. Just you wait. Who cares if some smelly dragon never comes back? Sooner or later I'll seize the LGD for myself. All of it. Just you wait. Now that's something to look forward to. No, wait. Did you just say you heard me opening the door when I came back? So you knew I hadn't slept all night? Then why the hell did you still call me over? You said you didn't do it on purpose. Hey, don't get worked up. I was worried you were pushing yourself too hard. Been a lot happening lately, and we haven't really gotten the chance to meet up, right? Here, I bet you skipped breakfast again, right? I bought some breakfast. It's your favorite chaofan. Eat a little before you go to sleep. Didn't ask you to. Fine, you didn't ask me to. Will you still eat it? Of course I will. Give it. Hey, why'd you buy 2 portions? How am I gonna finish this much? Oh, that was 2. Must have been habit. Bought them without thinking. 3 mushroom shredded fowl, sesame sauce, extra starch root. Only the dummy would eat it like this way. Their place uses pretty boring noodles. The flavor's too bland. They skimp on the ingredients. It's barely passable. Next time, remember, go downstairs from the LGD, turn the corner, second house down with the blue sign hung outside. They do better stuff. Fine, I get it. I'll get you theirs next time. Just try and eat some for now. Whoa, slow down. You don't need to inhale it. Oh, yeah. Where are you going today? I'm up already, so
so you may as well count me in for some window shopping. I need to go buy that Swarovski piece, the one from the Joker series. It came out just last week. Oh, the one Shen's had her eye on since forever ago? Yep, that one. She's got a pretty good eye for those. She's better at picking out clothes and jewelry than I am. Sounds like a compliment to me. Personally, I don't even get to wear that kind of jewelry much after I buy it. Good thing she gets paid enough. And she lives in a free LGD dorm. She'd be in dire straits otherwise. Anyway, Missy, you're inviting me? That's pretty rare. Is this the first time ever? If I had anyone else, you think I'd want to pick you? I guess so. Well, actually, if I don't head out now, I'll be late. Later. Wait, going where? Hold on, I'm gonna do my makeup. Don't. You're plenty fine, even without making up, miss. Thanks for inviting me, but I'll have to pass today. I'm just going out for a spin. Not much point in tagging along. I'll pick you up next time. Get some sleep. Leave those bags under your eyes for too long, and it'll be rough when you finally want to get them off. You need more rest, Fire. You really do.
Madam, good morning.
Morning. You've all worked enough. Want some breakfast? I got recommended a place, so I picked some up along the way. Seriously, this early on a vacation day and I still see so many people in this building.
Ever since that whole incident, it's been like this non-stop. Same goes for you, Madam Hoshiguma. You only left a few hours ago and now you're back. You're off today, if I remember.
No comparison. Things are different for me. Forget that. Are you really still okay? I feel like you're wobbling. Eat something and lie down in the lounge for a bit. Lay off the energy drinks. They're not good for you.
Thank you, madam, but I'm okay. Once I'm done with the work I've got on hand, I can go home and sleep.
Fine. I won't say much more then. Just mind yourself. It's been all hands on deck lately. After we're past this, I'll take you all out for a feast.
A feast? I'll pass. What I want is a raise. 2 days ago I ran into that guy from Rhode Island's office, flaunting his promotion in front of me. Ugh. What's to flaunt? You just get a few more vacation days than I do. Rhode Island? The ones who worked with us, and the lot who took Madame Shen away. I thought those guys scrammed ages ago.
You mean that local branch of theirs, right? I think they do some recruitment too. Weren't there a few youngsters making trouble in the streets who got talked into picking up some work instead? They've got away with words. Don't you go stirring trouble for them. It's all Lungmen citizens working in that office. No picking bones. Go back and tell the kiddos downstairs too. No getting mixed up.
The hell I can. Everyone's clear deep down. Us and Rhode Island get along fine enough. Once in a blue moon, we'll have drinks together. They've got plenty of weirdos there, and besides, they're local office people. You pass by them now and again on the street. Some just look wild. We can't help but stare a bit. Last week they had some kind of Lateran monastery girl with them. And not to mention they can all hold their liquor. Huh? So the time you came back that drunk, it was Rhode Island who got you like that? You threw up all over me! Did that happen? Damn right it did! Fine, my bad. Next time you file for a day off to go on a date with your girlfriend, I'll approve it, okay? Just hang in there until this bump's over, and every district we're rebuilding has its reconstruction schedules all sorted out. Then we'll be good. Of course I know that. Honestly though, once this bump's over, I'm probably not gonna have a girlfriend anymore. Hey, that works out. Won't need to approve your day off.
Brutal. If you don't have anything nice to say.
It's just like that. I'm used to it. Brat. Anyway, madam, same to you. It's your day off. Don't hang around here. Go on back and take a break pronto. Yeah, just leave things here to us.
Oh, looks like I'm not that popular. Or is there another reason you're trying to shoo me out of here?
No, that's not what I mean.
Alright, relax, I'm joking. I just came in to have a look and drop off some food on the side. Here, chow fun. You get to it then. I'm leaving. I'm tired. I've only been up for a few days and I'm already starting to buckle. Getting off kilter. I'm not getting old, right? Shouldn't be. I'm still young if I think about it hard enough. Maybe I am? Huh, whatever. Hey partner, what do you think? It's been a while since I gave you some exercise. Let's head out to that racetrack in Gaikang and give it a spin, feel the breeze. Hey, your exhaust sounds a little off today. Don't tell me you're getting old too. No, of course not. You're definitely still the latest model, 70VV. Though I guess a model even newer than you just came out. Steady and smooth, fast as lightning. Their ads have always been pretty good, haven't they? I still want to get my hands on one to try, but they break the bank. It's okay, partner. We'll put up with each other for a bit. My wages aren't that high. Can't always spend like I did on you. You're far from out of date, and I'm far from retirement. We match pretty well, don't we? What's your opinion? What makes Shen so hard to crack? Think she can get used to Rhode Island? Is she gonna get into fights? I'm guessing so. It's not like she can't get along with people. It's just if she's not willing... Nay. Who's there? Miss Shen is no fossilized bonehead. Nor blindly headstrong. Ah, who's there? You're, Lady Shirayuki. Madam Hoshiguma. I don't need a title. How come you're here, Lady Shirayuki? The madam is away. My orders to protect thee. Got it. Lady Shirayuki, I heard that madam recently assigned you to Rhode Island. How is it? Is little Amiya still holding up? And the doctor by her side? I remember that one sticking behind cover giving orders. Freakishly smart, freakishly tired. How are they all now? In plentiful vigor, spirits held high. Raucous blather.
Very quickly here, yes, what she just said is it in full English and just means, lots of talking.
Loud sort. Sounds like they're still full of beans. It seems like you have a pretty nice impression of Rhode Island, Lady Shirayuki. Truly, Rhode Island is agreeable. As goes for Miss Shen. Thou needn't dwell. What? So now even Lady Shirayuki's saying it? You're not telling me I've got worry written across my entire face. Seriously? That can't be right. If I was like that, Missy would have torn a layer off my face this morning. It's okay, Lady Shirayuki. I'm not worried about Shen. That's the truth. Truth. Don't judge Shen by her cover. Sure, she'll snap like whiplash, but she's got a delicate heart in there. I didn't see it coming when I first met her all that way back. Only came to realize after being with her a lot more. I believe as long as she has a brick wall to bash her head against, she'll live decent no matter where it is. Intelligent and sharp. With it is Miss Shen. Tongue incisive, and her actions near pales. The common folk cannot hope to cheat her. True that. Tell me, where do you find someone like her? Piss her off and she'll switch to chewing people out, and as long as there's reason, she'll chew out anyone. I've never seen her scared before. Miss Shen is unreserved. Honestly, Shen's temper hasn't changed once in all these years. I've always felt she put a lot of stress on chivalry. In those manga about master swordsmen, her sword would be the main character. But, you know, blood and gore's fun enough to read about, but having those wounds on your own body really aches something fierce. There are times I see her aching beyond help, and I think, is it really worth it? Worth this? It isn't worth it. In truth, in full honesty, I feel it truly isn't worth it. But she thinks it is. I'm not worried if she comes to grief. A little grief is no bad thing. Get a strong build and you'll come to a lot worse. I'm just scared that she can't get over it, that she can't let it go. Miss Shen's soul is wide. Rid of her chest's weight, she is ever more unstoppable. You see clearly, Lady Shirayuki, and Master Wei and the Madam see even more plainly. You too, Madam Hoshiguma, are chivalrous. Me? Stop it, that's over the top now. I'm clear when it comes to myself. When I was young, I didn't know how things worked. I dreamed, of course, too. I've done a lot of impulsive things, and it's not like I've never had hot blood in me. But the hot-blooded story's over, the kid's no longer a kid, and now what? They wouldn't write this stuff in a story. Write it and the readers get mad. Total waste of effort. Save yourself the trouble to ever writing it. Stories get to an end at the best possible times. Life doesn't. If chivalry looked like me, carrying the weight of the world, then people wouldn't be into it. One cannot undervalue oneself. If you may see this. This is a comic. Taikam Road, Second Lane Bookstore, this month's new publication. The present for thee. A present for thee. Really unexpected. Much thanks, though I'm surprised. You read this, Lady Shirayuki? Madam will know at a gloss. Then, I, Shirayuki, take my leave. This series, a new artist's debut work, second overall on reader support, and other artists have recommended it. It seems pretty decent too. Is this the protagonist on the cover? Kinda familiar. This big one holding this shield is... So that's how it is. No wonder. They've got some guts. But they still know their work. Art's not bad too. Whatever. Whatever. If I ever see Shen again, what should I call her? Operator Shen? Pretty good. Pretty fitting too. Still not fast enough. Got a curve up ahead, perfect. I can still kick up a gear.
The one-horned Oni lets out her breath. It's been a long time since she sped through the wind so savagely. With every roar her beloved machine lets out beneath her, her young brazen blood seems to flow again, in speed for its own sake. Until suddenly behind her sounds another machine's beast's cries. The LGD's Madame Hoshiguma comes back to her senses.
Who is it? The sound's coming from behind and getting closer. Pretty good speed catching up to me. Huh, that model and that engine sound. It's the latest one in the ads. Odds are it's modified too. Let's burn some rubber, partner. We can't lose. Strange, when was there someone so good? And how did I never know? And they kind of seem like... tearing the vacant streets in the dead of night, the ghost driver in the flashes on the winding roads. Wait, the vehicle's not right, and I think I know who's driving it. No way! You're good. It's my loss. I'm flattered. You took that curve very well. Had my machine not been somewhat better, I would never have overtaken. Good morning, Inspector Hoshiguma. You're unbeatable, Madame Fumizuki. Oh my, you don't seem surprised at all. I'm pretty surprised actually. It was too fast just before. I only dare to guess it was you after that curve. Everyone's familiar with your principal vehicle, madam. I'd never mistake it. Today is the first time I've seen those wheels, though. Are you going to issue me a speeding ticket, then? Of course I couldn't. This racecourse is outside our jurisdiction anyway, specifically for racing. If tickets were a thing out here, I wouldn't get away with it either. You've all been working terribly hard. That's our job. Nothing terrible about it. What's wrong, Inspector Hoshiguma? You seem like there's still something you want to say. Nothing much. Just thinking the wind out here feels really nice. Flooring down an accelerator sure does wonders for my mood. Quite right. Hear, hear. In times with just too much to try and do, it truly feels a lot better once you've taken in the breeze. Though that can't be all you wanted to say, can it? Huh. I guess there's no hiding it from you, madam. I was just thinking. The Stream 35LL luminous luxury parked downstairs from Master Wave for the last few days, even though he doesn't seem like the biking type. Sure enough, it was never his.
Alright, and now we shall proceed into our second story, which is Boundless Wilds. Time to see how Chive, Aosta, and Broca came in contact with Rhode Island originally, and learn a bit about their pasts. So let's begin. On the endless barrens, a red-haired Volpo man squats on the ground, concentrating hard on something. Not far behind him is a car, undergoing inspection from a lupo with white hair and a feline in black. The three of them seem like companions, and their ride broken down.
Hey, Aosta, come over here.
What?
Look at these bugs. See what they're doing? All walking in a line. And their group's pretty long too. Let me see where they're heading.
Looks like you're charged back up.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now.
I don't put too much stock in your own self-reports though.
What are you, my mama?
You were coughing up blood half an hour ago.
But I'm not now. Ah, shit, I spent too long talking with you and now the bugs are gone.
Forget it. I'm going back to fix the car again.
Hey, have you guys figured out what's wrong with the car yet? Want me to come and help?
The tubing's busted in places. The engine won't start. Me and Broca can deal with it. Just stay in one place, okay?
Not like I've got anywhere to go. There's nothing out here and nowhere to run to.
Following a rumble, the engine comes to life again. Broca, go and call Chive back here. Alright.
Yo, Broca! Why don't we see who can piss farther?
My bladder is empty. You don't give him straight answers to these, Broca.
That's a shame. This is perfect weather to piss to!
Aside from polar wastes, I don't think there's any weather bad for relieving yourself.
You just don't get it, Aosta. It's all about a feeling. A perfect arc. Cazzo.
Basically, what the fuck? What's wrong?
The wind just blew my perfect arc out of my shoes. What a bummer.
Just leave it. We're gonna go. If we can't find a rendezvous before sundown, we'll have to sleep out on the Barrens tonight.
What's wrong with the Barrens? Look at it this way. I've never been camping before. Let's come out today.
The Barrens are a death trap, and realistically speaking, this jacked ride doesn't even have any camping equipment in it. Our only place to sleep is inside. Also, fuel is another problem.
The last owner just didn't get it.
I don't think the average city car owner would have any camping stuff prepared, let alone additional fuel. Who knows if one day someone will borrow your car to go camping, eh? It doesn't hurt to prepare. And would you? No. Then shut up and get ready to leave. Are we off now? Mm-hmm. Let me drive. What? Isn't it my turn? You just relax. Oh, Sta, you know something. You get more and more like Mama every day. Hey, Broca, you get where I'm coming from? A little. It's because both of you have oropathy. I hear good life habits help keep illnesses in check. You should go to bed earlier every day, Chive. God, you know, Asta? My own mama never told me that. Stikatsi, just shut up. Basically, I'm sorry. Asta says as he starts the engine. What's some good tunes to put on? Respect to the owner, they listen to a lot. Aha! I like the look of this sleeve. Put this on. Chive inserts his newfound record disc into the car's hi-fi system, and lively music bursts from the speakers. Saturday's coming when I ride my beast far to your apartment with a present like a star. Whew, not bad. For sure. Okay, on we go. By the way, Asta. Where are we heading right now? I should have answered this before we set off. I forgot. I bet you weren't even listening in the first place. I nabbed a map while we were slipping out. For now, we're heading towards Lokomotiva City, since it's closest. They've taken a rocky road with our family. As long as we're lucky, we can join up with them. If not, at least we have somewhere to stop over. Hey, I used to hear about this weird village in the west of Siracusa. It was all haunted inside. Let's go take a look. Keep dreaming. We don't even know where it is. You don't even know if someone just made it up. Then how about we go and see a city one of the other 12 families runs? Hey, you know, the Sicilia Legale counts as one of the 13 families, but they fight each other plenty. Some alliance, huh? The Sicilia Legale don't recognize like all the actual families. After all, it's made up of tons of families, big and small. Nobody from the big families would give a shit about our Sicilia Legale nobodies. They'll come begging me for to join them one day, no doubt about it. In any case, there is no heading back to Vita City for now. No, maybe we can never return. And we've offended the Trin Familia. We've got no place in Vita anymore. We caused a shitstorm after all. I kinda wanna see my old capo Lateran. See what his stupid face looks like right now. For sure. Huh. Too late for regrets at this point. Regrets. I wouldn't go that far. Landen was a real son of a bitch after all. Sold us out and still wanted us to count his money. Wasn't happening. No regrets here either. Hey, take your mind off it. Look, there's still some families who treat coming out of jail for the first time like an initiation. And you're not a real member until then. And yesterday, we defied our family and hightailed it out of the city. So I now declare you are true members of my Chive Familia. Asta, you're the family's conciliare. Broca, you're the family's underboss. And the song continues, but when you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know. You don't know, you're disgusting. By the way, we've been driving for ages without seeing a single guy, huh? Apart from a couple gathering spots and settlements, there wouldn't be any lone travelers outside the cities in the first place. Because there's a few families who couldn't stick it in the cities and spread out to the barrens to wreck shop. I've been with the family's caravans a few times before, and every time we'd make the right preparations. Anyone like us running off into the wild without a second of prep? Probably cruising down Death Road.
Ha! Death Road. I like that. But yeah, back in the garage I saw plenty of guys prepping themselves a hell of a lot of stuff to head out with. If we could have brought a little more to eat when we escaped, that would have been good. Asta!
Forget about the food in the trunk. That's for emergencies. I'll take the fact we escaped at all. If we weren't lucky enough to have Mandel on guard at night, we'd probably be tied to chairs blindfolded in a dark closet right about now.
Broca, next time something like this happens, remind me to bring more food.
Alright. You... whatever.
Man, this is boring though. All this land forever and no way to use it. Look over there. Look over here. We could set up a garage this big. And then we could pimp rides inside. Wouldn't that rule?
And what about catastrophes? Wouldn't have no way to stand up to one.
Nah. Catastrophes are riddle and nothing's ever good in this whole stretch of world. Broca, I'm begging you. You got anything interesting?
Want to take a look?
What's this?
A book I just finished reading.
About what?
A novel about a pair of lovers who were broken apart in the end due to the conflict between their two families. The ending is very moving.
Forget it. What are you even doing bringing that kind of book?
Because I also said the journey would be incredibly boring.
Yo, Broca, I've been pretty curious for a while now. You like reading those?
Not like. I just read them when I have nothing else to do. They're alright.
I gotcha. Oh, that reminds me, Asta. You ever got a girlfriend before?
No.
You, Broca?
No.
Me neither. I don't get what's so fun about dating. Hey, Asta, I'm guessing you like that kind of book too?
I prefer political and historical titles more.
I shouldn't have asked. Those two words make me fall asleep.
Our song continues. She played mouth harp in a Victorian band, but she fell in love with a Colombian man.
Yo, can something just happen already? Huh? Hey, Asta, look over there.
That's... I'm begging you, my mother's growing old and my children need me. Out of my face, I'm feeding my old and my young just the same. Now be nice and shut up. You piss me off and I'll open you a few new breathing holes.
Hey, Asta, Broca, I've got an idea.
Don't tell me you want to play robbers with them.
Huh? I'm saying we scare the robbers the hell out of here, and then we ask these merchant guys for some supplies. How about it? Yo, but your idea is not bad either.
No, actually, let's go with your plan.
For sure?
For sure. And if they don't cough up the goods, we just have to make them.
I like it. Come on, full speed ahead. Let's knock those morons into next week. Broca, get ready to fight.
Alright.
Hey, look over there.
What?
Ha! Get down.
I'll give you an opportunity. You take it. Got it. Got it. Also, Broca, you... Alright, I'll do my best.
What are you mumbling about over there?
Out! You're a pretty tough guy. All of you, over here. Deal with him.
Got it. Hey, pretty boy. Where are you going?
Now! Right! With Asta acting as bait, the bandits have momentarily overlooked the merchant's presence, and on Asta's signal to seize the chance, they jump aboard the car. After that, following a fit of rumbling, the car vanishes into the dirt and dust. Gotcha! You three sons of bitches! Wait, what about our supplies now? Just stay alive. As the merchants draw the bandits' attention, Asta jumps aboard the gang's own ride and revs the engine up. Chive, get on. Yeah! Without waiting for Chive's response, Asta first drives the car straight into the throng of bandits. But Chive's known how things roll for forever now, and after dodging two guys, he grabs onto the door handle while their ride's still accelerating and clambers aboard. You're not getting away! Broca. Here. Broca brandishes a drill bit out of nowhere at the bandits to push them off. At the moment the car passes him, Asta putting pedal to the metal, he turns and jumps inside. Hold on tight. Don't let them get away! The bandits attempt to stop the three's car, but stopping a vehicle that's already going ain't easy. Their ride breaks out of the bandits' encirclement without a hitch, and races towards the horizon. What are you doing staring at them? You and you! Pursue the merchants! The rest of you after those three assholes! They will die in this wasteland today, you hear me? Got it! Whoa, Asta, look, they're catching up to us! I know, fasten your seatbelts. I'm shifting things up. A song continues on the radio. Con las manos arriba, cintura sola. La media vuelta y sacudo duro. No te quites ahora, questo sola empieza. Even as Asta takes it to the red line, the bandits bite ever closer at their heels. These jokers don't give up, huh? Chive, don't stick your head out at them. Close the window. What did you say? I can't hear you out over the wind. Broca, pull him back in. Alright. What the hell are you doing? I also told you not to stick your head out. Chive, what's wrong? What's the coughing for? I don't know. Probably caught too much wind in my mouth. Hopefully that's it. I have good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear? Bad news first. We're almost out of fuel. Huh. What's the good news then? The good news is, it looks like we can shake them off before we run empty. Oh, I can see the wall of a nomadic city from here. Yep, that should be Locomotiva City now. Yeah, doesn't look half bad. It's got more style than old Vite. Seriously, Chive, are you okay? I'm okay. Then you're gonna help us push the car with us. It looks real close, but if that's where we're going, we're not gonna make it today. The car's out of fuel, come on. What are we still doing with it? It's gonna be faster just to walk. There's actually still just a little fuel left. I'm leaving it for either when we get close or when they catch up to us. Also, this is the most valuable thing we have right now. Are you seriously gonna go into a city with empty pockets and try to make a living? Fine. Even as his face says he couldn't care less, Chive still wanders over to one corner of the car and starts pushing it with the other two. Hey, Elsa, I can turn the stereo on for some tunes, right? Not like it'll waste much fuel. You can have that. Alrighty, let me see. Let's put this on now. Hello, brightness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. This song doesn't get me pumped at all. I think it's pretty nice to listen to. Same here. Fine, you both like it anyway. This works. Yo, say Asta, you remember how we met each other, right? Hmm? Yeah. You were still a mechanic at the time. And then you beat the shit out of my family's people. I got sent in to clean you up. And then us two fought, and then we were best friends forever. Hey. I'm fine. Broca, you still remember? Of course. I'll never forget. You do save me. Damn right. You really were a goddamn lunk getting sold out by your family without even realizing. But rest assured, I'll never deal you away. Thinking about it, we really have known each other for a while now. Sure have. Chive, I'm vetoing you. Just rest in the car, no acting strong. Me and Broca can push you just fine. I'm not acting strong. Broca, I think we both got the ripathy together, right? I don't know. I think probably not. You just got examined at roughly the same time. Broca's should be from that time with the fire where someone gashed him with that originium thing. And as for you, you never normally protect yourself against anything. I wouldn't be surprised no matter where you got it. Yeah. Elsa, you spent the whole time with us, and you're gonna get it too one day. Perhaps. But even if I do, something tells me it won't be that bad. Huh? What's that? It'll be better than me watching you two suffer. Now that's my good brother right there. You've been talking endless crap today. Just lie down inside and relax yourself. Elsa, I've decided what's going top of the list of things I hate. What is it? It's a ripathy. Broca, carry Chive into the car. Alright. Broca, taciturn the whole journey through, goes over as he's told and picks Chive up in his arms, putting him into the car's back seat, before moving right back to his original position and continuing to push the car. As Chive lies on the back seat, he's dazzled by the sunlight, and he brings up his arm to shield his eyes. I got this disease and the asshole Lateran threw us out like we were a disposable cause of it. Hated me to the point it got hard to even breathe. After the day we become heads of the 13 families, I'm gonna find some way of settling this ripathy thing once and for all. When the time comes, we'll get a whole task force of doctors just to research the disease. Or maybe those real mighty hospitals. Give them some cash and get them studying. I'm right. And I'm gonna set up this whole big hospital. Gonna find every single guy the world hated cause of their disease, and I'm gonna throw them all in there and cure them. And I'll clean up every single person who hated them. I'll help you out. Of course you gotta. I'll tell you too. Don't forget, you two are my consigliere underboss. Chive, you better stop talking now. Just rest nice and easy. Hey, Austa. What is it? What do you think about dying out here on the Barrens? Huh? What are you talking about? Weren't you gonna be head of the 13 families? What the hell are you dying in a place like this for? Yeah. But I thought about it kinda carefully just now, and nothing seems too bad about just dying here in the Barrens, really. All the big cheeses are gonna go in the ground someday. What's the difference between death in a wasteland and death on a bed that cost a couple million, huh? Find a couple stones, dig a hole, lie them down in it, and then close their eyes. Pow! One person's dead. Not so bad hearing it out loud, right? Hold on, Chive. What the hell are you saying? I'm saying the skies today... Katsu, it's so blue. Seppellire in terra sconfinata. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella. Perhaps it was the battery that exhausted itself, as with little fanfare at all, the car's stereo music comes to a halt. Chive? Chive? What the hell are you dying in a place like this for? Broca, get in. I need to find some kind of rest stop somewhere. Hopefully I'll find someone. Oh, so he just fell asleep. God damn you. But we still can't be hopeful about Chive's illness. Our best option remains to find an infected doctor who's willing to treat him. Hey, you look like you've got car problems. Do you need some help? Here, 3 portions of sashimi. About time. Thank you. Thanks. So, when you and the others got rescued by Rhode Island, Chive, that was when you joined them? Not at all. That operator, codenamed Straight Edge, brought us all the way to the Rhode Island office in Locomotiva, and then asked the medicine operator stationed there to give Chive some treatment. Hey yo, Jay! You've got some real skill! Much appreciated. See, I always thought that was how you joined Rhode Island. How? We didn't know them from Adam yet, and besides, I was to give the car over in exchange for the medicine. At the time, I actually thought Rhode Island was pretty lousy. But Rhode Island's medicine's pretty effective, right, Broca? I can confirm. As for why we joined Rhode Island, to put it simply, it's because Chive offended one of the big family heads in Locomotiva, and we had people out for our blood again. That time, Straight Edge saved us again. And then under his referral, we just straight up came to Rhode Island. Got it. For the record, Asta, that one was never my fault. I know. It sounds like another new story all of its own. You got time, Jay, brother? I'll tell it to you in all its glory. It's already past midnight, and there's no missions tomorrow. I'll go and get some Lungmen wine. We can drink and talk. Ha! Now that's a plan! That evening, me and Asta were gonna see... The band shared their stories on into the dead of night in the empty cafeteria. So then, let us proceed into our final story for today, which is Fairytale Everlasting. So, let's meet the fairies. You're leaving today? The godmother just gave you that staff, and all the things in the castle are still unsorted. Is it really so urgent? It'll soon be time. No matter what, I cannot deliver things late. Don't forget, we abide by agreements, and we never break promises. I wasn't saying that. I just think it's all too sudden. You could have chosen something much simpler first, like choosing a well-behaved child to welcome at the castle, or giving the boys and girls sweet dreams, that sort. It'll all be better than trying to find a girl from over 10 years ago. We only know the name, and you lack any experience, Iris. I do indeed lack experience. But out of everyone who preceded me, none ever gave up a promise for its difficulty. Fine. If you insist, I can't stop you. Then this metal thing. Yes, keep it well. Is this a radio? An obsolete kind. I fancy it'll barely receive the closest waves nowadays. Keep jabbing at it like that, and you might jab it apart. Here, for you. It'll be useful on the way, and I've kept the details packed with. Oh, thank you. I'm not that careless. I've kept it nice. Letting someone else have it does not reassure me. You better not break it on the way. You're worrying too much. That never happened. Easy enough to say. What? Now, enough fuss. No one doubts your capability. We're all very aware. It's only normal that everyone should worry for you on your first outing. You must stay safe outside, and safer still in front of strangers. Your transport is all ready. remember to keep its parts maintained along your journey. Before you enter the wilderness, you must take full caution. I've gone on too long. Regardless of anything, prioritize protecting yourself.
I know. I understand. Don't worry. It may be quite trying, but it'll be fine. I must see this agreement through to the end. It's already been far too long since we set foot outdoors. The children believe in us, and that's why they give us their cherished belongings for our safekeeping. We must return them as arranged. We cannot let their trust be in vain. And so, even if they've grown up, and they no longer believe, I'll prove it to them still. I'll prove that fairy tales are everlasting.
I see. Then may all go well for you. We look forward to your return, Iris.
Oh, I'm finally here. By the records back then, the child should have been around here when she was taken in. Terra village. The child's name was Mabel. Good, all in order. But is this a village?
Hey, careful, little miss. Don't go any further in. You'll mess up your shoes. Shoes like those. It'd be a shame if you did. We'd never afford to pay.
Thank you for the warning.
No problem. You seem like a little miss from a good old family. No escort with you? What are you up to in this kind of place?
I don't need an escort. I'm just looking for someone. Moreover, this is Victoria. What's the problem with Victorian people being on their own soil?
Well put, little miss. Of course it's safest for our own people in our own home. But still, best you watch out. You're young yet. See, there's been disturbances in the city recently. Careful where you step.
The city? Never mind. What goes on in the city has nothing to do with me. I've given you an answer. I think it's fair you give me one now.
What's your question?
I came here to find someone, but shouldn't there be a village here? Why don't I see anyone else?
Village? See for yourself, little miss. What looks like a village here to you? There used to be a few villagers around here, mine, but they've all left now. Old noble boy snapped this place up. There'll be constructions starting this spring. Building a factory.
A factory?
Look here, this metal sheet and this giant thing. Majestic, isn't it? Goes vroom.
It's very cool. But the factory, why here? Why not on a nomadic plate?
The old noble boy builds wherever he pleases. It's ours to ask why.
Could you tell me where all those villages here migrated to?
What? Who the hell knows? Can't have moved far, I'll tell you that. This area is solid after all, close to the city orbits. You only see refugees with nowhere to go, head for the wastes.
I understand. Thank you very much. Still within expectations. It's already been close to 20 years. It wouldn't be odd for the child's village to relocate between then and now. I'll only be able to search a little bit of the surrounding area. At least the village's name and the name of the child are still recorded. If worse comes to worse, I'll enter the city and see what I can do to find them. A hurdle this trifling could never stop me. Excuse me, is this the Terra village? It's not. Alright, thank you. Sorry to bother you. Hello, could I ask if anyone knows a girl named Mabel? Sorry. She should be a lady of about 20. Does anyone know her? I see, then. Thank you. I'll go somewhere else and see if I can ask. Sorry for the bother, but is this the Terra village? Excuse me.
Iris recalled the words she grew up with. To protect a paradise, a fragile dream, is never an easy thing. It was only to fulfill a promise to allow Slumberland to last forever in the children's fledgling hearts. They always gave it their utmost, their all. Dazzling dreamlands, far-flung from reality, became the gentle croons of nursery rhymes, broken into phrases kept in stories handed down across the land, down across hundreds and thousands of years. She didn't want to give up. She couldn't give up. In fairy tales, nothing was ever unachievable. Within reality, achievement could only ask one's dedication to the task.
Southwards from this road and then turn east, pass through the forest here. There's a road sign here. I should be going the right way. How many villages is this now? This is already the nomadic city's peripheral plate. Look any further in and I'll be entering the city. Or perhaps I should head outwards. Never mind. I'd better find somewhere to keep the vehicle safe first. What's that sound? Daddy, are we going home? Is my disease all better now? It still hurts. Are we going to the doctor?
We're going home. We're not going to the hospital. We're going home. Daddy bought you medicine. We'll go home and take it. And then it won't hurt, Dora.
Huh? Do I have to take really bitter medicine again? I don't want to take it, no! Dora, listen carefully. If you take your medicine, your illness will be better. So even if it's bitter, you have to be brave, okay? But it's so bitter. Last time, that burned up paper was really hard to swallow. And then, before that, the injection really hurt. Mommy, can I stop seeing the doctor? I don't want to get injections. And I want to take more medicine. Can I go outside and play? I miss my friends at school. Mama came to ask when I can play with her the day before. I want to go out and play with her.
The woman begins to sob.
Mommy, are you crying? Don't cry, Mommy. I'll take my medicine and I won't go outside at all. I'll stop complaining. I'll listen to Mommy and Daddy. I'll be a good girl, so stop crying, Mommy. Nora, you're a good girl. Why did it have to be you? Why did it have to be you?
My poor girl.
An ill child.
This mission's about over now. Give it the stamp for me. By the way, I brought some fruit from the south for Maya. Are these the ones she threw a fit about wanting last time? You even brought something. You really are too kind. Thank you for these. They're just the ones. Don't spoil her too much now. Her teeth will fall out if she keeps eating sweet things all day. The only thing on her mind all day is play. Oh, this morning she insisted to me a fairy took her to stay at a castle last night. I think I've been telling her too many bedtime stories. She's still so silly even at her age. She's still little. She's not little, she's almost about to go to school. Let's see. No issues with the mission. Do I just stamp on here for you? That'll do. Certainly. Have this back. You came back fairly fast this time. What's the city like now? Much better than I was expecting. Some talking politics in coffee shops, but just talking. Gatherings are peaceful. Aside from the culture nuts, normal folk like us don't care about the political stuff after all. There were some workers making a commotion on the street the day before because their payslips were too low, but nobody got hurt, thankfully. Sounds like it wasn't much of an incident. Perhaps. Who's that girl? She's not a local, is she? Who? Oh, you mean her? Yeah, I've got sharp eyes. Out of the blue, she came to this village just about yesterday. It sounds like she's looking for someone. First she asked the village's name, and then seemed right, and then she started going from house to house asking. All she has is a name. Can't be easy finding them. I don't know how far she's been already, but that craft she came in's been dinged and scrapped up to hell and back. It's parked up by Mr. Eason's right now, waiting for repairs. The girl doesn't give up, I'll tell you that. We all want to help her too. Mama has been helping her since the crack of dawn, running all over to knock and ask, and plenty of the kids with all raring to go. She's coming over.
Excuse me? Can I ask if Mama is back yet?
Not yet. Don't know where she's run off to. How's it been going for you? Still haven't found who you're looking for?
Not yet, no.
What kind of person are you looking for?
What kind of person are you? You look out of place. And all goggled and masked. How suspicious.
Hey. She's not wrong, you know. First time I saw you, I was thinking the same thing. Do I really look that shifty?
The last thing I tell is lies.
Here, miss, don't wrinkle your brow like that. Tell him about who you're looking for. Ignore him dressing like he's dangerous. He's actually a quite reliable guy.
Really?
Don't your eyes hurt, glaring at each other so hard? It's fine, I'm used to it.
Never mind, I'm not arguing with you.
And I'm not arguing with the child. Keep some things to yourself.
Seeing as you already know I'm looking for someone, why not tell you, I suppose? Mabel. I'm looking for Mabel Grimm.
What?
I don't like repeating myself.
Oh, don't you start glaring at each other again.
I'm not that puerile. In all honesty, I've never met her. But I know she's called Mabel, she's a feline, and she has brown hair and green eyes. She should be roughly under 30, and she's very nimble with her hands. That's all I've heard. But I've gone around every single house in the village, and I still haven't found a clue whatsoever. Is this really Terra village? I'd hate it if all along I'd gotten the name wrong.
As sad as it is to say, miss, there's all too many villages whose names sound like ours, and your records aren't all that specific. Not to mention, you're looking for someone from all those years ago. Oh, don't now. Don't feel down, I'm sure you'll find her. And remember, there were a few more houses in the forest beside the village. Have you been over there yet? Worst comes to worst, mind you, give this fella a shout. Get him to take this mission on, and he'll help you out. Oi, wait a moment. Rhode Island's missions all need to be registered first.
Stop it with the office talk. The mission you had is done, isn't it? Look, are you going to help her or not?
Fine.
What are you plotting all mysterious over there? What are you doing following me?
Helping you.
I don't need it.
You leave the village out this way. Going to visit the house on out on the edge.
I can do it on my own. This is my job. I don't need you to help.
Child labor?
What did you say?
Nothing. Actually, I wanted to say about the person you're looking for. I probably know them.
Shh! Wait, stop for a moment. Did you hear a voice just now? No, I won't have it. Are you afraid? You're afraid, aren't you? You're scared of being sentenced, so you give our daughter over? I won't let you do anything of the sort. You can't give them Dora. They'll take her away, throw her into isolation. She's got a whole life ahead of her, and if she goes in there, she'll never come out again. This is my child. This is our bloody child. How could you?
Just calm down. Keep it down a little. Why in the hell would I give Dora to them? I've never said that. It's just how can you bear to see her like this? We can't cure her. We've tried every drug. We've taken her for every treatment they told us. Useless. All of it's been useless. There's already people suspicious of us because we're going and buying medicine. We can't keep hiding this. We need to figure out something soon.
We'll leave this place. We'll take Dora, and we won't stay here anymore. We can go somewhere where nobody lives.
And where do we have to go? The voices are coming from this side. Here, this house.
They were talking about
their daughter catching a ripophy, most likely. Hiding infected. In Victoria, that's a fairly grave offense.
Dora. I've heard the name before. I'm going to take a look.
Hold on! Oi! She acts on the first words she hears. Honestly, what a child.
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
3 o'clock.
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
Dinner time.
This is no fun. Dolly, I wish you could move. Then you could play with me. Dolly, when do you think Mommy and Daddy will finally let me go outside? I don't want to be ill. I hate being ill. My arm hurts, my belly hurts too. Don't scratch. If you scratch, it might get even worse.
The girl covers her mouth.
Who are you? Wait, how did you come in? The windows are all closed. Wait, you should get out quick. If my mommy and daddy find you, they'll get mad at us. Windows like that can't stop me. It's okay. Nobody will find us. Were you playing something just now? Yeah. Do you want this doll to move and play with you? Of course, but how does a dolly move? There's ways. Aren't there all sorts of little creatures in storybooks who can speak? If there are puppets who can be people, and cats who can walk on 2 legs, then of course there are dollies who can move. Do you like listening to stories? I do. Mommy told me lots of stories before. Like the child in the chimney, and the one with the big scissors, and the garden with a fairy. And the one about a castle with tea parties. It's really, really big and really, really pretty, and only good children can go to it, and inside there's these really nice fairies, and they give you really nice cakes and stuff, and they have a tea party all day. And you can grab the clouds out of the sky and they taste really sweet too. I really want to go to the castle and be in the tea party, so I've been trying really hard all the time to be a good girl. When will the fairies pick me up to go to the castle? Perhaps very soon. You'll have the chance. You're a good girl. I'm sure you will. Really? That's super. When I go to the castle, will my dolly start moving and play with me? You've heard it in stories, haven't you? At the fairies' castle, if you're a good girl, they'll keep your most beloved treasures safe. And when the time comes, those treasures will come back to you, back to your side once again. Dollies who live at the castle aren't ordinary dollies. They can move and sing and play games with you. Do you want your dolly to come alive? I really do. But do I have to leave my dolly behind? If I have to, then I don't want to. But why? It won't take too much time. My friends, the fairies are really powerful, and I'm sure they'll let your dolly move in no time. Just make sure everything's agreed, and your dolly will be back by your side before you know it. My mommy and daddy gave me this dolly for my birthday. I don't want to leave her. When I got my dolly, I told mommy that I'd protect her forever. I have to protect my own little girl, right? Why do people all leave their treasure and stuff so the fairies can keep them? But you're fallen ill. If one day someone else finds you, they could take you away. If they really do, then you have no way to protect your dolly, right? Daddy said the same thing too. But it's okay. I'll stay at home like they told me. Mommy and Daddy won't let me get taken away. My dolly is my little girl, and I protect my dolly. Mommy and Daddy said I'm their little girl, and Mommy and Daddy will protect me. So as long as I listen to them and be a good girl, I won't get taken away. I can accept that. Thank you for worrying about me. Oh, I still haven't asked your name yet. Are you sure Mommy and Daddy won't find us? You're not from our village, right? I've never seen you before. I'm Dora. What about you? I'm Iris. Iris. Can you play with me for a bit? Just a tiny bit? It's too boring by myself. I can't play outside, so I can only draw stuff at home and play jigsaws. And I've played them before, forever, and I'm bored. You can't go outside? If I say I want to go outside, then Mommy will cry cause I've got a really bad disease. And if I go outside when I want, then bad people will take me away. They'll take me away, and then I'll never see Mommy and Daddy again. I don't want to make Mommy cry, and I don't want to leave Mommy and Daddy behind, but I miss my Maya and all my friends, and I want to go back to school. Oh, don't feel down. I'll play with you. Do you like this one? Or this toy here? See, if you press it, it lights up. Let's play jigsaws for now. And then next time, I'll bring you a new ragdoll. I'm sorry. This is as much as I can do. I don't have any way to let you go outside. I'm sorry. Iris, why are you being all worried and apologetic? You didn't do anything wrong. Do you think if I really see a Miss Fairy, I can make a wish to her? Of course you can. Fairies are enormously powerful. That's great. Will the Miss Fairy in the castle cure my disease? The Miss Fairies can't do everything either. I see. Then... But even if they don't have a way to cure your disease, if you have any other desires as well, I'm sure they can. Then I want Mommy to never cry again. Can they do that? That's not possible. But if you have anything else... I want to grow up a little faster too. That's... can't be done either. It can't. None of it can be done. Then never mind. Dora, aren't you disappointed? Don't you feel like the fairies are so useless that the fairy tales are all liars? Why? I'm gonna tell you a secret. You can't tell anyone else. Actually, my best friend Maya came to play with me this morning, but she couldn't come in, so we talked through the window all secret. Maya said last night a Miss Fairy invited her to the castle, and Maya wouldn't listen to me. She said it was like a dream in there, and the cakes and biscuits were all super tasty. Maya is a good girl too. But if I meet a Miss Fairy, I won't mention any of the wishes from just now. Iris, you have to keep it a secret too. A secret? Why? Because think about it. If the Miss Fairy knew she couldn't make my wishes come true, then she'd feel really bad, so I can't tell her about them. Thank you.
You finally come out. Are you done talking with that girl in there?
How did you know?
I had a chat with her mother and father, and I heard movement from the rooms inside. What's wrong? Didn't go well?
It's none of your business. How are her parents? Are they truly thinking about handing their daughter over?
I can reassure you they don't want their daughter to leave their side. They just can't think of another way.
And on the off chance someone else finds them, what'll happen?
I'm guessing they'd immediately take the poorly girl away and throw her in an isolation ward. The parents are harboring hidden infected, so in all likelihood, they'd be sentenced too. But you don't need to worry about that too much right now. I've already introduced them to somewhere reliable.
What kind of place could even be reliable for people stuck in their situation? I know what Dora has is arypathy, and I know it's an awful disease with no current cure.
What kind of place is it, huh? It's a little hard to describe. But it's essentially somewhere where their daughter can receive treatment, not somewhere where people just get split apart and left to die, or directly hung or condemned to work in factories.
It sounds like it has something going for it.
Obviously, but it's just a possibility I gave to them. It's up to them how they decide. Victorian people have a strange sense of pride and superiority about their country and its soil. I've had the pleasure of knowing that more times than I can count.
What in the world makes you... Are you being sarcastic?
I don't mean it that way. It's just that throwing away your current life in pursuit of a single possibility, that's something much easier said than done. Even if they opted to go on as things are in the end, I wouldn't be surprised any.
That girl Fallen Ale still believes in fairy tales. She's still that young. I can't help her. She's a good child, but I don't have anything I can do for her. One story, one dreamland. None of it nearly enough to rescue her from her ailment.
But they let people have hope.
Huh?
I might not know what's gnawing at you right now, but I think stories and sweet dreams are good things. Wonderful things let people yearn, and let them have hope. In awful circumstances like these, letting people hold on to their longing for wonderful things like that, I think is essential. After all, we need to first know what's good, and that's how we can have a direction to strive in. Am I right?
Then tell me about you. Do you believe in fairy tales?
I believe in some things even more idealistic than fairy tales. If those count as fairy tales too, then yes, I believe. Don't let it weigh on you. There's so little we can do for others in the first place. Right, you said you were looking for someone before.
What?
If you have no other trails, then I actually know a girl called Mabel. I know she was original Victorian. She's 20-odd, brown-haired, green-eyed, and very nimble with her hands, though she is not a lover of manual work. She just likes fiddling with machine parts. For the moment, she matches up completely with your account.
She matches so thoroughly. This can't just be a coincidence. Where is she? Tell me where she is.
I've actually gotten more sure the more I think about it. But if she's really the one you're looking for, then you're actually a little late now.
What do you mean?
Certainly things happening that probably aren't be up to me to tell. Or maybe you should try going to meet her. And that will be it for part 1 for today. Before I leave you guys off, very quickly, I am not sure if I'm gonna be doing this as a 2-parter or a 3-parter, considering we have an uneven number of stories. I'll see how long the next few parts are after I'm done recording the next 2 stories. I'm gonna see how long they are, then I'm gonna contemplate literally if I'm gonna do a part 2 and finish it off with that, or a part 2 and then a part 3. With like 2 shorter episodes essentially, but we'll see when we get to there. For now, this will be it. So I hope you look forward to the next one. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like on it. It will help me out a lot. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Like I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, at this point, pretty much everything in the game when it comes to main or side stories is covered, narrated, voice acted, and there is extra information added in those, especially in the newer series, when it comes to characters, their backgrounds and stuff like that. So you might learn some new stuff along the way when you just kick back, sit back, listen, get yourself a coffee and tea, and you know, enjoy the run through. And if you want to support me and my work more directly, as I always say, there are memberships on the channel, multiple essentially, all super cheap, and no video will ever be behind a membership, so you don't have to be afraid that I'll put anything behind a paywall. It is literally just there to support me and my work. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next part. Until then, bye bye.